I want to just talk just a minute about an issue that I take very seriously, and that is some type of plague, some type of worldwide pandemic that affects all of humanity. Is that to prepare for some type of worldwide pandemic or something that disrupts everyday services like electricity, water, food, medical services, is how do you really prepare for something like that? And how you prepare for those type of events is by reading our history and studying what those that came before us did in the same exact type situation. Well, theirs is going to be a little bit different because they didn't know exactly what was causing the mortality or the pestilence. They didn't understand it. They didn't know what was going on. But now we have a better understanding of disease and how it works. And so there's a lot in these books that can help us. The first book that I read was The Black Death, The Chronicle of the Plague. This was written by Jonas Nohl, however you pronounce his last name, Nohl. And I read this one, started reading it on April 18th, 2008. It took me about a month to read it, finished it up in May. And the second one that I read was The Great Mortality by John Kelly. This one here is an okay read, but I really don't recommend this one too much because of the way of the author's writing skills. He skips around. One paragraph you could be talking about the plague of 1348. The next in Germany. The next paragraph you could be talking about the Great Plague of 1665, 1666 in England. Then in France, somewhere in between. And the writer, the author, it's like he's written it on a rudimentary, I don't know, it's this screwed up writing style. I don't even understand it, that you can just, no chronological order, no nothing. So I really don't recommend this book. The third book that I'm reading is The Return of the Black Death, The World's Greatest Serial Killer by Susan Scott and Christopher Duncan. This is probably one of the best books I've read so far, and I'm just a little over halfway finished on it. So if you're thinking about how to prepare for a plague, and this is something I'm going to be making some stuff on my blog and on the website here pretty soon, is excerpts from these books, discussion on how to prepare for the plague, and what kind of information can you learn from our forefathers, or the ones that came before us. What happened to them? What kind of events, what kind of after effects did they face that they had to overcome, and so that we may better prepare for the future.